Hi, this is Christine with Where's Watson? I'm here with Michael Blatz from the Automotive Department, who has been one of our faculty members and now a new chair, who is part of our Global Skills Opportunities Student Exchange Program here at RRC Polytech. And I've asked him to talk a little bit about what it's been like to travel with our students, in his case to Finland, with Leon Mann, and talk a little bit about as a member of an academic department, why it's important that our students travel overseas and what Michael experienced as part of that opportunity. So welcome, Michael.
Hi, Christine. Thanks for having me.
So tell me a little bit about how you got involved with the program.
So when I was here teaching, I had the opportunity to have some of the students that came from Finland. They happened to be here just when I started teaching in the program I was teaching into. So I got into it that way. And it was really just an interesting way to learn about other cultures, other education systems, and how things are done differently, and just broadening the scope of what we're able to do here. So when the opportunity came up to be able to go to Finland and escort our students to Finland, it was a no-brainer to say yes to it, and it was an experience of a lifetime.
Wonderful. So tell me a little bit about the students that you took to Finland.
So we actually brought 8 students to Finland. It was the biggest one we've done to date. We had them between 2 different cities in Finland, or a city and a small town, so we got to see both aspects of it and how things work at different colleges, a big city college and a small town college, and just the way that you do education there, the way the shops run there, how the culture is there. It's they're very friendly and welcoming, but it's small. They're not big on small talk, so you could tell it was very direct or a little bit awkward for them. I'm a big talker, so it was something I kept getting reminded of. Like, can't just say hi to everybody on the street and start talking to them. Okay. But it was really good. Like, I learned a lot. I was able to bring a lot back to help make changes and improvements on different ways that we were doing things here, as to what they're doing there, and get just to see that sometimes things that we think would be a solution cause other problems, and we're all facing the same thing. So one of the things was that education is free there. So the school had no cost to go there, which to us we'd think would reduce a lot of the barriers for students coming here. But they found that by having it as free schooling, they had a lot of students that weren't necessarily enthused or enthusiastic or really determined to be there. It was more just so they were like, well, you charge for school, like that would eliminate all of that. And it was just like we were kind of sitting there looking at each other like we'd both solved the problems of the education system, but we were both thinking the other thing about the other one. Right. So it was neat to get that insight on
different perspectives.
Yeah.
So I've interviewed now Leon Mann, Boogie, and I want to hear from your perspective some of the impacts that you saw with Leon or some of the other students in terms of the benefits and how they grew as part of the experience.
So I was very lucky to be able to take Leon as well as all the other students there. Getting to spend that time with Leon in travel and in Finland, I was able to learn a lot about his story, his past, his journey, and the road that got him to where he is right now, and the inspiration that he's become to the college. Leon is a very bright young man. He's going to do a lot. He's going to move a lot of mountains, and it was just really nice to get that opportunity because it wouldn't be something that I normally have the chance to do. So just to take that in and learn what some of the challenges that students are facing and the opportunities and what it actually means to them. The support from the faculty, just encouraging him to apply. The fact that he thought we were joking when we told him that he was selected to go to. He's like, you're pulling my leg. Like, this isn't real. I wouldn't get selected to go. Right. And that was just his mentality of things and the way that he's grown and evolved since then. Some of the other students had never traveled by plane or had never been away from their parents before going. So it was a really great opportunity for them too. They got to work on vehicles they'd never work on in Canada, learn different things. They're way ahead of where we are as far as electric vehicle technology comes, and just the way that it's been accepted there. Very similar climate, but they found ways to make it work, and most of the vehicles are electric vehicles that you're seeing now in the dealerships are hybrids, and so they got the opportunity to work on some of that stuff and interact with that. And then just some of them were saying that it was the opportunity. They've never left their house. They've lived at home their whole life. So by being away for this 3 to 4 weeks, they'd have to plan their own meals, plan their own budgets, wash their own clothes, get to and from their work experience or the colleges. And so to them, it was their opportunity to experience life.
Yes.
And really give it that with, no, well, I'm going to move out of my parents' well, no, that just didn't work out. I don't want to go back. It's an opportunity, a trial and error opportunity for them. So they all 8 students really, they were different for the better when they came back on their arrival.
So they experienced new perspectives, new opportunities, maybe some independence.
Yeah.
And also problem solving, right? How do you work as a team? How do you build relationships with people you've never met before, never traveled? Travel always, creates opportunities for problem solving. So the ability to build their confidence in themselves and with each other.
100%.
Yeah, that's great.
It was a really magical thing to be a part of. That's the best way to describe it.
Wonderful. Well, Michael, thank you for your support of the program. Thank you for seeing the possibilities in our students and for our own programming to bring that knowledge back into our curriculum as well. And hopefully, what advice would you give to other faculty members or other team members who are interested in participating in student mobility programs?
If you had the opportunity, if you see some students and you have the opportunity to be a part of it, it really is a great way to expand your skill sets, your knowledge, and open your eyes to different things in the world. Finland was probably not somewhere that I would have ever chosen to go on a holiday prior to going, but it's definitely somewhere that I would go back to in a heartbeat. It's just a beautiful country, and the opportunity granted me that to be and see that. So if you have the opportunity, jump on it. Even having the students here from Finland, I've learned so much from them in their 3 weeks here that it's great every year. We look forward to them coming every year.
Wonderful. Thank you, Michael.
Okay. Thank you, Christine.